I'm just going to take my time, heal, and then when I come back.
If it is a bad call, 2-3 weeks away, 2.5 weeks, yeah, listen, you can't compete like that.
And I know he was saying that he likes me, but he doesn't think I should fight Max Holloway.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Cage, where we bring you the latest and exciting updates of UFC. First, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Michel Pereira's shift to middleweight division. Let me give you the inside scoop on Michel Pereira's recent career moves. So, this guy decided to make the switch to full-time middleweight after quite a nerve-wracking episode in his last welterweight bout. Back in July, he came in 3 pounds over the welterweight limit for his bout with Stephen Thompson, and it marked his most terrifying weight cut ever. Oops! Meanwhile, Pereira revealed his weight had risen out of control during a series of postponements and cancellations that affected his career. In the context of this weight issue, he stated that he had fights pushed back or called off 5 times since his victory over Santiago Ponzinibbio in mid-2022. This extended period without cutting weight saw him gain muscle and strength. Sounds great, right? But when it came time for UFC 291 Fight Week, his weight stubbornly refused to drop as it usually did. Unfortunately, it was a situation that left him in quite a bind. When we began cutting weight, doing what we always did, the result was different, Pereira said. I always went to sleep and woke up almost 3 pounds lighter. This time, I only lost a pound during my sleep. Every day was a struggle. I even spent 4 hours in a sauna, my friend. It's not like I didn't want to make weight or didn't even try. I did everything I could. However, Pereira's ordeal during the weight-cutting process in Salt Lake City was so severe that he genuinely feared for his life. During the crisis, his team decided to take action by calling in the UFC medical staff to provide much-needed assistance. It was a moment that highlighted the extreme physical toll that some fighters endure to gain weight. Additionally, Michel Pereira mentioned that both he and Stephen Thompson share the same agent, indicating that Thompson was likely informed about Pereira's weight-cutting issues. Despite being in a position to potentially secure a fine due to Pereira's weight miss, Thompson opted to proceed with the fight as planned. I was willing to do anything, even if he asked for 50% of my purse or to maintain his spot in the rankings in case of a loss, something like that, Pereira said. I thought to myself, man, he can't accept this fight because of such a low amount of weight. It's not too much. I've fought guys 11 pounds overweight before. That was never an issue for me. I know the UFC tried everything they could, offering him more money and all kinds of things. Undoubtedly, Pereira's story is just one more chapter in the ever-evolving narrative of the UFC, and here, we'll be eagerly watching to see what comes next in his career. Starfighter plans lengthy fight pause. As you know, Israel Adesanya has a name in the best fights of UFC history. Now we spot him in a recent appearance on New Zealand's The Rock radio show, where he revealed that he doesn't have any immediate plans to step back into the octagon. Adesanya's decision comes in the wake of an upset loss to Sean Strickland at UFC 293 in Australia last month, where Strickland clinched the middleweight title with a one-sided unanimous decision victory, despite being a plus 500 underdog. Certainly, Adesanya seems to be taking his time before his next fight.
I never make excuses to give him props, but now I'm going to take time to look after myself. I'm not going to fight for a long time.
Moreover, at 34 years old, Israel Adesanya, the 2-time former UFC champ, boarded on a whirlwind run by fighting in 4 title bouts within just 14 months. Such a rapid pace is quite unusual for a champion in today's UFC landscape. Adesanya clarified that he's not retiring, but he is opting to take some time to let his body heal.
I'm just going to take my time, heal, and then when I come back, can run for the hills.
Now, it seems that the anticipated immediate rematch between Israel Adesanya and Sean Strickland might not be in the cards after all. UFC President Dana White had initially hinted at this possibility, but things have taken a different turn. Khamzat Chimaev is set to square off against former welterweight champion Kamaru Usman at UFC 294 next week in Abu Dhabi. With the winner of that clash expected to be Sean Strickland's first title defense, it looks like Adesanya might have to wait for his chance inside the octagon. Bisping weighs in on Charles Oliveira's decision. Michael Bisping seems to be on the same page as Charles Oliveira when he decides to withdraw from UFC 294. Bisping sees Oliveira's choice as a smart move, emphasizing the potential risks of stepping into the octagon with an unpleasant side-eye look on his face. Usually, it's a decision that could very well have spared him from a precarious situation in the fight.
If it is a bad cut, 2-3 weeks away, 2.5 weeks, yeah, listen, you can't compete like that. You can compete with injuries, but a huge cut on the eye, I mean, that's going to be bad. It's going to open up straight away, and that's going to be it. Or maybe he even gets out there and the UFC pull him from the fight straight away.
Interestingly, there's a difference of opinion when it comes to Alexander Volkanovski's upcoming fight. Michael Bisping believes that the limited time to prepare poses a significant challenge for Volkanovski, while Makhachev sees it as a situation where Volkanovski has nothing to lose.
The danger here for Volkanovski is that if he does lose, and one has got to imagine, let's be honest, that Islam's going to be a huge favourite. Not only has he beaten him once, not only is he the bigger guy, but this is on 2.5 weeks' notice.
Surely their contrasting viewpoints highlight the various factors at play in the world of professional fighting. Guys, if you're enjoying the video, we'd love your support. Just hit that subscribe button to motivate us to bring you more exciting content. Conor McGregor in the spotlight. Conor McGregor, the UFC's former dual-weight champion, isn't just your typical fight enthusiast. Although he's been through the tiring demands of the octagon, rising to the pinnacle of mixed martial arts while juggling 2 world titles. But ever since his famous boxing bout with Floyd Mayweather in 2017, McGregor's octagon appearances have become somewhat sporadic. Now, enter Israel Adesanya, the last style-bender himself, who's been on a wild ride of non-stop action in the UFC. And guess what? McGregor gets it. So, when Adesanya decided it was time to take a break, McGregor couldn't agree more. Adesanya's quest for some well-deserved time off struck a chord with McGregor. Essentially, he's voiced his support, suggesting that Adesanya could use the downtime for training and self-improvement. McGregor has even held out hope for Adesanya's triumphant return to championship glory after his much-needed break. Big glove boxing sparring rounds in an enclosed ring, and you are doing Sean Strickland in with a hand behind your back, lad. Rest up. Conor McGregor wrote on social media in a message to Israel Adesanya, and then come back and get that belt back, and Alex Volk couldn't hold my spit bucket. Now, it's no secret that Conor McGregor and Alexander Volkanovski have had their fair share of back and forths. These two have been tossing verbal jabs like it's a pre-fight ritual. And while it's entertaining for the fans, you see, Volkanovski, often referred to as the Great, recently made headlines by stepping up to the plate in a big way. He's accepted a short-notice title fight against none other than Islam Makhachev. But in true McGregor fashion, he couldn't help but squeeze in a playful jab at Alexander Volkanovski. It's like McGregor just can't resist keeping the fight game alive, even when he's not in the cage himself. Aljamain Sterling aims to improve his in the MMA community. Last but not least, Aljamain Sterling has been keeping a low profile since his title defense against Sean O'Malley, which didn't go quite as planned, as he suffered a second-round knockout loss. Now, instead of an instant rematch or a clash with Marlon Vera, Sterling's got his eyes set on another prize, and that prize is none other than the former featherweight champion, Max "Blessed" Holloway. Lately, Holloway sealed a knockout victory against the Korean Zombie, and he's currently unbooked. So Sterling's got his sights on the guy, even though he went on the Weekly Scraps podcast and mentioned that he's eager to prove people wrong when it comes to a potential matchup with Holloway. Also, Sterling added a bit of spicy drama to the mix by saying that even Daniel Cormier was asked about it on his podcast, and he had zero interest.
And I know he was saying that he likes me, but he doesn't think I should fight Max Holloway. That kind of makes me want to just go up right out of the gate and just call him out and just say, you know what, I want to show you guys what's up. I know he said if I struggle with O'Malley's height and size, I'm like, but did I actually struggle? I mean, I made one mistake compared to the first round where mostly I was pretty disciplined.
So one thing's for sure, Sterling's determination and his belief in the power of big body Aljo are propelling him toward new challenges, and the fans are ready to see him make his mark. All right, guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you at the next one. Until then, goodbye.